Alright, so in this video, like I said, I want to be talking about building sensitivity in Fortnite because I think it is really important and a very important aspect of Fortnite and when it comes to building and your building speed. And in a second, I'm going to show you guys what sensitivity that I'm using. I've tried a lot of different building sensitivities and I've seen anything from having no building sensitivity to all the way up to a 1.7 or a 1.8 with building sensitivity. And typically the higher building sensitivity players have the lowest building sensitivity, because when you're on that higher sensitivity, a lot of players don't even see the need for a very high building sensitivity because there's really no point in playing like a 10-10 sensitivity and a 2 building sensitivity. That wouldn't make any sense at all. That'd be kind of ridiculous and you really wouldn't be able to control anything, your shots or your building. And in my opinion, when it comes to building sensitivity, you really don't even have to jack it up that high. Some people jack it up a little bit more than others. I keep mine at a pretty low. I don't really jack it up too much. I tried everything out when I first came out. So I remember when it first came out, I tried out everything. I tried out a 2 sensitivity. I mean, that was just way too high. It was just not going to work. My shot was going to be all over the place. So I lowered it down a little bit. I tried a 1.7 and it was a little bit quicker, but at the same time, I just felt like my Y sensitivity, because there's no building X and building Y sensitivity, it's just a building sensitivity, and I just felt like it was way too much when I would go up and down. So I decided to lower it even more, and then I tried a 1.15 or a 1.5, and around there, that was a really good sensitivity to have, and that's a sensitivity I would recommend for you guys just starting out, to see where you kind of like it. If you like a little bit more, if you want to go a little bit faster, then of course you can increase it, but if you want a little bit less, you can decrease it. But I do have a few tips and a few recommendations when choosing your sensitivity for building, and exactly why I chose the sensitivity that I use now. So the controller building sensitivity that I use currently, I'm going to put it up on the screen for you guys. The building sensitivity that I am using currently is a 1.35. This is the one I've been using for the past couple weeks, and I really do like it. I think it's the best sensitivity for me. And of course, for everyone else, it's going to be a little bit different, but for me, a 1.35 is the way to go. And just some good guidelines when it comes to choosing your building sensitivity. I would say the best thing that you want to do is you want to try to keep it as low to 1, because 1 is basically the same sensitivity. So if you go less than 1, you have a lower building than aiming, which wouldn't make any sense at all. You always want to have it like the same or higher. You never want to go lower than 1 in a building sensitivity. So in the 1 to 2 range, you want to keep it as close to the 1 as possible, but at the same time you want to be able to build quickly and just being able to get your builds off. From playing on a 1.5, like I said earlier, I used to play on that for like a couple weeks, just try to figure it out. And I did like a 1.5, but I felt like my shot was a little bit off. And my building sensitivity really didn't even need to be that high, so I lowered it a little bit. I tried like a 1.4, and I lowered it again to a 1.35. And once at a 1.35, I was able to build at pretty much the exact same speed. The only problem was if I was getting shot in the back, it'd take me a little bit longer to turn around. But it really wasn't that huge of a difference, and I feel like it made a ton of difference when it came to building. And just having that lower building sensitivity, I really felt like my aim was cleaner and my building was a lot cleaner, because I feel like the higher sensitivity you go for building, the more sloppy it is. I would definitely say the higher you go, the more mistakes you're going to be typically making, because you're not going to be able to control it as much. And of course, some people are going to be able to control like a 1.7, 1.8. I would say the range you want to have it, I would say the lowest you want to go is like a 1.15 to a 1.2. And the highest you want to go is like a 1.7, 1.8. So anywhere in between those kind of numbers is exactly where you want to be. Like a 1.4 would be good, 1.5, 1.35, or maybe even a 1.6 might even suit your needs. But in my opinion, you want to be able to build quickly, but at the same time, you want to have it as close as you can to 1, because it's going to be a lot more easier and it's going to be a lot smoother when it comes to actually building a game and then coming off your building and hitting your shots.
Good night. Stream Malkin. Oh no, oh no. Yeah, that's... Bro, there's a fight over here. Yo, give me a second, dude. I'm gonna go fight these guys over here, alright? I told you to give me fucking second nights, but alright. Oh my god, I got the fucking bridge. Oh, that was the last guy. Oh, shitty. Oh wait, I don't have the SMG. Felix, what the hell you did in my game, dude? What? Oh shit.